Hey there, fight fans. In today's video, we are diving into the thrilling events from Abu Dhabi where Shara and Umar Nurmagomedov emerged victorious. But the big question remains, is Umar ready to compete at a championship level? For example, Khabib believes that he is ready for a title fight, and we also witnessed a rare sight, Dana White in a particularly bad mood.
Ridiculous, embarrassing, stupid, know nothing about fighting ranking of all fucking time.
Now, speaking of Dana, he finally announced the highly anticipated matchups between Robert Whittaker and Khamzat Chimaev, as well as Ilya Topuria and Max Holloway. In other news, Tom Aspinall has confirmed he will be the backup for the title fight between Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic. And don't miss the intriguing moment when El Cucuy left one glove in the octagon and tossed the other into the crowd, hinting at an uncertain future. So stay tuned for all of the details. Now, as you already know, just a few hours ago, the electrifying UFC event took place, featuring a series of thrilling bouts. The main event was a bantamweight showdown between Cory Sandhagen and the undefeated Umar Nurmagomedov. Now, Nurmagomedov emerged victorious by unanimous decision, solidifying his position as the next contender for the UFC Championship title in that division. Sandhagen, despite his commendable defensive efforts, was outclassed by Nurmagomedov, who deservedly earned his place in the title race. But is Umar ready to fight at the championship level? Well, for example, Khabib does believe that Umar is ready for a title fight.
Because of his opponent was very good. He's number 2 in the world. You know, he was fighting for the title. He is one of the best on this division. I think he's ready. You know, it's like title fight. You never know what's gonna happen. You know, this is very big fight, very big competition. You know, and he have on his division is Sean O'Malley is a champion. He's very good opponent. I think if UFC decide, I think Umar is ready. I want Merab, to be honest, because he is from Georgia. We're neighbors. Dagestan and Georgia, you know, it's like, and I want Merab win because it's gonna be very interesting. A very interesting fight, white papaka versus black papaka. But if O'Malley win, it's gonna be white papaka versus pink papaka, you know. But anyways, it's gonna be good competition for Umar, you know, and very good fight. High-level fight for all of the fans around the world, you know, and it's not easy to beat Umar, and it's not easy to beat Merab or Sean O'Malley, you know. It's like this is high level, you know, and anything can happen. But my opinion, Umar is ready for fight because even this fight put him on one more level up, you know, and we'll see. He's still growing too. He's still learning. He's just 28 years old. And he's still learning.
High-level coaches, you know, and they push me, impress me, go to ahead, believe myself, believe my striking, and when time coming, like end coming, like you know, like rounds, they told me, do takedown to like 100, take this round for like 100%, like everybody give you this round, and I listened to him.
Spoke about the champion Sean O'Malley. What do you want next?
Just give me title shot. O'Malley, Merab, or someone else, it doesn't matter. I'm here.
This guy's fucking smart.
Now guys, talk.
Alright boys, Umar got the job done. Pretty close fight in my opinion. It looked like he did win, but again, that was a very close fight. Cory is, in my opinion, one of the pound-for-pound best guys in the world. So for Umar to be ranked number 10, a lot of the guys wouldn't fight him, so I'm not surprised that he didn't really have any high-level fights up until this, or at least high-level popular opponents. No one in the UFC wanted to fight this guy. Incredible performance by both guys, really. Cory did a really good job shutting down that Umar's offensive takedowns and wrestling. Striking was pretty close. Umar looked like he landed a harder shot. Overall, I mean, that's as high level as a fight as it gets. Me versus Umar next? Question mark? Hashtag, we'll see. LOL. Figgy called me out. Ilya and Max are gonna fight soon. Undefeated Umar, 18-0 versus undefeated Sugar Show, 19-0. Beat a Dagestanian. I wouldn't mind that. That'd be a real good way to get at Connor. Ooh, imagine how jealous he would be. That might just be, I might just go whoop Umar just for that reason alone. Could be a potential massive next
Good brother. Man, thank you, brother, so much.
How you feel?
I feel good. Alhamdulillah, he won. Now we won.
Can you imagine you world champion? You are the world champion. You are the best world champion in the
My
world.
brother. I love you, brother. Man.
I'm very happy.
Thank you, brother, so much. Seriously, 36,
One more
36.
coming. One more coming.
Inshallah, brother. Next. Another one. That's up.
The co-main event saw another undefeated Russian, Shara Magomedov, also known as Shara Bullet, competing against Polish fighter Michael Oleksiak. Now, Magomedov secured a unanimous decision victory, further establishing his dominance in the sport. Following his win, Magomedov expressed his desire to fight next at the UFC 308 event in Abu Dhabi on October 26th, issuing a challenge to Nick Diaz.
Call it Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz, let's go fight. You striker, I'm striker. You out, I'm junior fighter. Let's go, this is very interesting fight. Popular, these fans. Let's go, Abu Dhabi, October. Непростой бой был на самом деле. Поляки очень крепкие соперники, не дающиеся. Но сегодня победа была на стороне России. Россия чемп, Russia чемп.
Now, another notable fight. Former UFC interim lightweight champion Tony Ferguson faced off against Michael Chiesa in a welterweight bout. Ferguson's struggles continued as he suffered his 8th consecutive defeat, with Chiesa winning via rear naked choke at 3 minutes and 44 seconds of the first round. In his post-fight interview, Ferguson mentioned that he did not intend to retire just yet, but would make a final decision after consulting with his family. In a symbolic gesture, El Cucuy left one glove in the octagon and then later tossed the other into the crowd, hinting at an uncertain future in the sport.
Tony, is it time?
Nah, it ain't time yet, man. Because no matter where I'm at, no matter what I'm doing, I'm going to get better and better and better and better.
Now, the UFC event delivered a high-stakes night showcasing the talents of both seasoned veterans and rising stars. But there are even more exciting fights to come. Following his canceled return to action in June, unbeaten middleweight challenger Khamzat Chimaev is now booked to make his latest comeback to the octagon, taking on former champion Robert Whittaker over the course of 5 rounds at UFC 308 in October. The fight between Whittaker and Chimaev was originally set to headline UFC on ABC 6 in Riyadh on June 22nd. However, just 8 days before the event, Chimaev officially withdrew due to health problems. His place on the card was taken by Russian Ikram Aliskerov, who was knocked out by the Australian in the first round. So fans are eagerly anticipating this rescheduled clash, which does promise to be a thrilling encounter. Then in another major announcement, an undisputed featherweight title fight between Ilya Topuria and Max Holloway is set to take main event honors. UFC CEO Dana White has officially confirmed the organization of this highly anticipated fight, which had been previously rumored by sources who were close to the situation. This matchup is expected to be a high-octane battle between 2 of the division's most dynamic fighters. Meanwhile, Dana White has publicly expressed his frustration with the UFC's pound-for-pound rankings. Specifically, he is irked by the placement of Jon Jones at number 3. Despite being the UFC CEO, White did not hold back in his criticism, calling the ranking ridiculous and embarrassing.
Jon Jones is ranked number 3 pound for pound in the world. Most fucking ridiculous, embarrassing, stupid, know nothing about fucking fighting ranking of all fucking time. Jon Jones is still an active fighter. He beat Cyril Gane. He's gonna fight again in November. Jon Jones is the number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world, period, end of story. Whether you want to call Islam, Pereira, number 2, number 3, all good. To have anybody above Jon Jones right now just goes to show that you know absolutely fucking nothing about combat sports and fighting. The other thing about Jon Jones, when you talk about inactivity, any fighter in the history of fighting including Muhammad Ali, was never the same again after his 3-year layoff. And Muhammad Ali wasn't doing bad things to himself like John Jones was. And John Jones comes back and looks even better. It's undebatable. It's undebatable. Anybody who even tries to debate this with me, you're just hating on John Jones and you don't like him as a person.
Now, White's comments have stirred debate among many fans and analysts alike, adding yet another layer of intrigue to the UFC landscape. Again, it's the UFC pound-for-pound rankings. So is he basically calling his own employee an idiot? If he disagrees with it so much, why doesn't he change it since he is the face of the UFC? Space Cowboy wrote, "This is why he is the GOAT and he'll prove it again against Stipe." Nick the Trader wrote, "Agree, but his performance versus Reyes was questionable. The Fight Lab offers just put him with Big Tom and let's see who's the best fighter on the planet today." But what do you personally think? Who is the best fighter today? Leave your thoughts down in the comments. UFC interim heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall has confirmed that he will be ensuring the title fight between Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic. The Brit said in an interview with Sky Sports,
"Yeah, I'm fighting for the undisputed title next, and if that's against, I'll fight anybody for the undisputed title. But I'm not fighting for an interim again, mate.
Yep.
When the undisputed title's active, I'm not doing that. Then I would be a bit of an idiot. I would be a wrong then."
Also, Dustin Poirier has commented on the news that Makhachev is out of competition indefinitely due to a hand injury. According to Poirier, he is ready to replace his former opponent in the fight against Arman Tsarukyan if the organization decides to compete for the interim championship belt. Just 2 months ago, Dustin Poirier made an unsuccessful attempt to take the title from Islam Makhachev, losing to the Dagestani by submission in the 5th round at UFC 302. After that, the fighter announced his intention to have a farewell fight to end his professional career. However, it now appears that Poirier is not yet ready to retire, as he hopes to leave the sport with at least the interim belt. But what do you think? Does Dustin have a chance against Tsarukyan? Or is it better for him to retire now to avoid a situation similar to Ferguson's? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below.
That is all for today. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel because it is very important to us. And thank you all in advance.